Drowning in toxicity. Toxic friendships are like water. If you peer on top of a body of water, it looks like there's only a foot of it. However, jump into the pit and find 400 feet waiting and lurking under your toes. The best part is, you can't swim. In today's podcast, Pickle, I will be teaching you some tips and tricks for handling toxic friendships, and hopefully, by the end, you will finally be able to swim. According to Forbes magazine, most recent research claims that narcissists and self-absorbed people know they are toxic. Psychopathic humans are found to, again, know that they are toxic, but also enjoy their own toxicity, as weird as it seems. As they see other people suffering and in pain, they are not one bit bothered by that feeling. A lot of passive-aggressive type of people also have the mindset of thinking one thing, but have a snarky, snotty attitude instead. They literally know for a fact they are rude. So they think in their brain, I'm just doing what my friend told me to do, or I'm just being nice and it came out wrong. Clearly, these in-disguise devils realize that they are toxic to other people and enjoy it. However, how does a mind work when being affected by these people? According to Verywell Mind, if your friend doesn't take the time to be there for you, it can quickly weigh you down mentally, emotionally, and sometimes even physically. This isn't even all of it, though. Verywell Mind explains that these types of toxic friendships are sucking the happiness out of you to better themselves. Some signs of a toxic friendship are talking bad about other people, always complaining about their life, etc. These types of people also can be insecure, dealing with a family problem, or something along those lines. If this sounds like your friendship, stay tuned for the long-awaited tips and tricks. A lot of people know that they are in this type of friendship, like you, but don't want to lose their friends, in quotations, especially if it is at school, and if you confront your friendship, you may not have anyone to hang out with or to be partners with at recess or sports or whatever. Trust me, I have been there. So we come back to the conflicting question: how do we confront this and save our friendship? First, you should take the time to recognize if you have a toxic friendship. I know we've already said, stay tuned if you have this, but just make sure that you're not trying to think of like a comparison here, but don't try to take a cause and put like a random effect on it, if you know what I mean. Like, if you think a piece of tape is a piece of chocolate, but like it really isn't, and you didn't check for sure, then like there could be different outcomes and things like that. But so take the time to recognize if you have a toxic friendship. Once you've done that, it's hard to confront your friends in person. So if you have their number, it may be easier to explain what you have been going through. Start by saying what they do to you and how you feel when they do that. I know this sounds like childish, in kindergarten. Well, you hurt my feelings and blah, blah, blah. But this is the best way, and this is how you can, or how you're eventually going to open up. Even if you don't like that. But, you have to make sacrifices for things that you want. Then suggest ways they can change to save your friendship. Not big things like you have to change your whole personality to fit my needs. We're not saying that. You have to change to fit my needs. We're not. It's just pretend they hang out, aren't partners with you at sports. Say, I really just feel embarrassed when I have no one to partner with, and I just wish that you would partner with me at like recess or like gym or whatever, and I wish you would do that. And it would better my you know, relationship with you, friendship with you. Not like, you have to do it for me, and you have to, if you want to be friends with me, you have to do this. No. So, don't say that. But wait till they respond. Depending on what they say, my tips can vary from person to person. If they say something defending themselves, this might be the time to think about finding new friends. That sounds harder than, that looks harder. Wait, what is that again? It sounds easier than it looks. Yes. However, just get that mindset that they may not be the right person to be hanging out with. Say something like, if this is how you act every day, I'm not sure I can be around you anymore. Something sweet and nice, but not too nice, and state your opinion. If they say something defending you, talk more about things that they do and how you feel, once again. Also, ask them for reasonable suggestions on what they can do to make your friendship better. So, I wish that you would be partners with me. I wish, not to fit my needs, but that would make our friendship, awesome and strong. So, yeah, I would say something like that. Okay, so what do we do if we don't have their number? This can vary from person to person. If you are shy, or I guess not shy, if you are a shy person, try asking if they can talk privately. If it's at an event or a place away from school, then you don't have to worry about being completely concealed. However, if your confrontation is at school, then I would recommend it in the bathroom, hallway, or trash can. No, please don't do that. Don't go in a trash can, but you get the gist. And a hallway, I would make sure to not do it when it's passing time between classes, because I feel that would not be good. And of course, you don't have to be completely concealed, but if you don't want to risk embarrassment or whatever, and if you make a scene, if it's away from school, you don't have to worry, because those people, you're not going to see them in your daily life. So, yeah. So, once they find their solicited spot, like I said on text, say, my feelings toward your feelings toward what they do and how they can do that and what they can do differently. Okay, so you probably are wondering, why is this random, girl telling me what to do? I have a lot of personal experience with this. I've never really had a strong friendship. I was once in a trio, and obviously that didn't work out. I would always feel because they had Snapchat and stuff, so I would always feel left out. So, yeah. And then the friendship that I am now, it's good. But especially if you are at this age, middle schoolish times, high school, any time, but it's more in school. You wouldn't understand girls with sports, and then boys, they always want to impress them and stuff like that. That's not healthy. And throw their friends under a bus just because there's a boy, and I don't like that. But yeah. If you are in a middle or elementary, like I said before, or even high school, you could relate to girls throwing their friends under the bus for boys or sports, like I just said. But, yeah, and I would also recommend finding, you have a good, an okay friendship with a friend group, whatever. Try finding other people. Maybe they're in your second hour, maybe they're in your first hour, whatever hour. Try finding other people that you can relate to. They don't have to be your best friends. They can be school friends. You don't have to invite them to your birthday party or whatever. But I recommend that because it gets your mind off your friends, and maybe if you know them, if you get to know them a lot, then you'll be comfortable saying your problems, and possibly they could help you for that. So hopefully the confrontation that you did with your friends gets your friends thinking about how they are treating you and what they can do differently. If it doesn't, then, like I said, it may not be the greatest friendship for you, and that's okay. But like I said, if you still don't want to abandon them, which, whatever, but, I would say, oh yeah, my friendship's not the best. Let me go talk to other people to get my mind off it. Two, if you ever in the future needed leave, or stop being friends with them, you have other people to talk to, other people to be partners with, I guess. So don't just rely on one person the whole time, whatever. Don't. It's not good. I wouldn't do it. But if you're also confronting your friend, going back to what I said, if this is how you act, just saying to your friends, if this is how you act every day, I'm not sure I can be around you anymore. Notice how I didn't say I'm going to stop being friends with you, because you don't necessarily know that. You know that they're not a good friend, but you don't know if they can change and you'll be friends with them again, because you don't know that. So I would keep out, I can't be friends with you anymore, or I can't be a good thing. Alternate would be I'm not sure I can be around you. Even not even saying I can't be around you anymore. You don't even have to say that. I can't be around you. Nothing like I'm never going to be friends with you. Whatever. So, yeah. So, thank you for tuning in to this podcast. Oh, I forgot to mention my name. Well, let's say that for next time. Now, you have to listen to the new episode that I will hopefully put out. And going back to our introduction, fingers crossed you learn how to swim, and make sure you can keep coming back for swimming lessons and our daily podcast pickle.